앞으로 만약 네가 7,000원을 가지고 있다면 내가 그걸로 400만 원 만드는 방법을 알려줄게. 이건 딱 한 번만 작동하니까 잘 들어. 먼저 치킨 앱을 다운로드해. 가입만 해도 바로 50만 원 보너스를 줘. 그리고 그 돈은 실제로 카드로 출금할 수 있어. 그 다음 치킨 로드 게임에 들어가서 7,000원을 베팅하고 시작 버튼을 눌러. 그러면 닭이 앞으로 달리기 시작해. 닭이 한 걸음 움직일 때마다 내 돈이 곱절로 늘어나. 멀리 갈수록 돈이 점점 더 많이 쌓여. 언제든지 원할 때 출금할 수도 있어. 난 세 계정으로 바로 해봤는데 진짜 됐어. 첫 판에 400만 원 벌고 바로 카드로 출금했어. 너도 한번 해봐. 나중에 고맙다고 할걸.
With a 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder and a mild hybrid system, it has an 8-speed automatic transmission with 395 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque.
There's also the plug-in hybrid with the same 3-liter 6-cylinder, but more power. It combines 543 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. It gets up to 82 kilometers, that's right, 51 miles of EV range.
The Sport SV with a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 and a mild hybrid system, 626 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque, which is 51 horsepower and 38 pound-feet of torque more than the outgoing supercharged 5-liter V8.
So lots of engine options. What's not optional? What comes standard? Here are the key standard features.
The Range Rover Sport comes with a 13.1-inch touchscreen with Amazon Alexa, a 13.7-inch digital driver display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 3D surround camera, wireless charger, leather upholstery, 20-way power heated memory front seats, a heated steering wheel, heated rear seats, 15-speaker Meridian sound system, a panoramic sunroof, a power tailgate, and 21-inch wheels.
Okay, you want a vehicle with the most terrain settings, you buy a Land Rover. But we have a special one in this one. What are we going to put it in?
You're going to put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the Couple Car Review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure you like and subscribe, but also follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrew to see what's going on behind the scenes. And for me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button.
This video is brought to you by Car Cost Canada. Get the dealer's cost, list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code MOTORMOUTH to become an expert member and get extra searches. The link is in the description below.
To be honest, Andrea, if somebody got out of a V8 equipped Range Rover, the older model, and got into this with the 6-cylinder turbo and the mild hybrid, driving in the city, I don't think they'd really notice much except the sound.
Yeah, I don't think so either. We have got this turbocharged 6-cylinder, and I got to tell you, it's fantastic. The 8-speed automatic transmission is tuned beautifully, smooth, quick shifting.
And that's why I say in the city, I think that it really gets the most out of it. When you get it on the highway and you pass, that's where it shows its hand that it is not the old V8. But anyway, I think that most people, for what they're using this for, which is the urban assault vehicle, getting to the mall and going for lunch at the Four Seasons, it's going to be just fine. That's
Cruising
Andrea's
around
world.
town.
That's Andrea,
Oh,
lunching
please.
at the Four Seasons.
Please, please. Now, watch, I'm going to step on the gas, and we're going to gun it. Still really good. Still
very
really good.
I could live with this, Andrea.
Yeah,
you know
me
what? I think that the more I get to drive these new Range Rover, Land Rover products, the more I've really come to fall for the brand. I fall for everything except the reliability, which is coming up in our hot topic. But for everyday driving, because it comes standard with air suspension, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, it has that dynamic feel to it. The pitch and roll is amazing on this thing. It takes corners with ease. Now, because of the higher seating position, that commanding seating position, at the same time, it kind of has a bit of a floaty feel to it.
It's really great in the city. Like it is, I can totally understand why people love these things because you're cruising down to your big corner office job to pay for this thing, and you're going over potholes and broken road, and it just is so comfortable. The seats are amazing. It soaks it all up. You put it in a dynamic setting. You can have a lot of fun with it. The engine is willing. The transmission does a great job. They have done an amazing job with this latest batch of Range Rovers.
Yeah, they have. And this also comes standard with a low-speed cruise control. You don't even need to touch the pedal at lower speeds. And then, of course, there is the special SV model, which is the most powerful, fastest Range Rover Sport ever built.
So SV now replaces SVR.
That's right.
Okay. They just came out with SVR not too long ago.
Now it's just SV.
Now they got rid of the R.
Yeah.
It's just SV.
Land Rover says the outstanding performance of the SV model is enabled by a combination of features that deliver a weight saving of up to 167 pounds, including the world's first 23-inch carbon fiber wheel option on a production car and Brembo carbon ceramic brakes.
No, Andrea did make a confession.
I
She
did?
went downtown shopping in this car with this matte paint. She said, I felt really rich.
Like,
It looks, and plus it's brand new and everybody's looking at it.
oh my God, everybody is looking at it. I was parking, they were looking at it. I'm driving, they're looking at it. They're looking in the window.
Are you sure they weren't checking out Drea
No,
from the Motormouth YouTube
I
channel?
am telling you, they were looking at this Range Rover Sport. It's hot. It has such a great road presence. I mean, it's a tough one to beat. It's muscular, it's sexy, it's sleek, it's sporty, all rolled into one.
But what about the car, Andrew? You're talking about me.
Oh my God.
All right, now, would you
How
go for
big?
this? You didn't deny it. Would you go for this matte paint? I love it for a week. I'm not sure I would order it this way.
I kind of like it. I think it's super cool.
I hear that if anything ever happens to it, matching it after the fact, like painting a fender or something, is kind of tricky. But anyway, if you're in the auto repair business, auto body repair, please chime in. We'd like to know if it's kind of hard to match it. But they've really done a nice job, I think, now of differentiating this Sport from the full-size Range Rover, especially at the back. They've got the single light bar. With the full-size Range Rover, it kind of has the little mustache at each corner. This one just goes straight across. It's looking more like the Velar now.
This gets 8.5 inches to 11 inches of ground clearance. It can wade in 35 5.4 inches of water. Comes standard with LED headlights, LED taillights, rear fog lights, 21-inch wheels, and a temporary spare tire. We've got some extra features on this test model. In fact, $23,000 Canadian in extra features. They include...
That's a rounding error.
For a Range Rover, it kind of is. This gets the front fog lights, a gesture-controlled power tailgate, the red brake calipers, and a black roof.
So this comes standard with an air suspension. You want air suspension in a Cayenne, that's extra. You want air suspension in a GLE, that's extra. That's one of the things is this isn't inexpensive, but it does come arguably with more power, more equipment than some of those vehicles.
As we can expect from Land Rover, this Range Rover Sport model has a beautiful interior design. It's comfortable. You've got these 20-way power seats that come standard, a 13.1-inch touchscreen, which is actually quite intuitive to use. We haven't had any issues with it. I paired my phone right away, set up wireless Android Auto with ease. So I actually really like this system a lot. There are complaints that there have been some glitchiness
wait a second,
with it,
wait a
but
second.
it's been pretty good, except...
I just want to say they're having complaints about this system because this week we also have the Defender with the V8 engine, and Andrea has had nothing but problems trying to connect her phone.
Yeah.
So it should be the same system, and that one's buggy, and this one's working well.
Yeah, so this one is working really well. And so, of course, when I got into the Defender, I was thinking it's going to be so easy. Oh, no, it took quite a while to connect wireless Android Auto to it, and it was like this hallelujah moment when it did, because then it started working properly. But the screen did freeze on me.
All right, what you have, though, is a very clean design in here. Beautiful materials. So you've got cloth in the middle of the door here. I kind of like that. Beautifully padded all the way around. Like, they don't mess around. This is arguably a nicer interior, I would say, than the German competition, just out of the box.
Yeah, we've got some extra features in this test model, the black veneer trim that you see on the side doors. Overall, I think for this base model, it really does feel upscale. I mean, I know you're paying over 100,000 Canadian for it. It should feel upscale. It does. And it's got lots of storage. Even this center console has a refrigerator in it.
Okay, so there's a fridge here. Yeah. There's space underneath where the cup holders are. There's a place right underneath the head unit for your phone, and then there's a little tray under there, so a lot of little cubby holes. Now, the main center console does have piano black in the center, and we're going to tackle that in questions, coffee, and cars.
One thing I'm so happy about is that it has a traditional shifter in here. We see in the new Porsche Cayenne that they've got this tiny shifter. It's no longer at the center console. This is what I like in my vehicle, so I applaud Land Rover for keeping this in the Range Rover.
And they have a regular volume knob and a start-stop function in the middle as well. So this is a really nice combination of, it's new and modern, but it's traditional at the same time. The seats are a standout feature. The seating position is second to none, really. There's no other brand that does this kind of view with this kind of comfort that just doesn't exist except you get a Land Rover.
And the Meridian sound system is also excellent. I've really been enjoying that, listening to all my different music. It's good. Other a la carte items that you can add to this trim include an 11.4-inch rear entertainment system, a head-up display, as well as different exterior and interior packages.
This is also a nice size vehicle as well. You get in the back seat, there is plenty of legroom, same comfortable seats, and plenty of headroom as well. How does it stack up?
Comparing the Range Rover Sport to the BMW X5 and Mercedes-Benz GLE, this Sport has 40.3 inches of front row legroom, which is about the same as these competitors. Second row legroom at 37.8 inches is a little more than the X5, but 3 inches less than the GLE.
And there is a difference between the full-size Range Rover and the Range Rover Sport. Here's a shot of the full-size Range Rover, and it has the clamshell design for the rear hatch. So you get a little tailgate. This has just the proper lift gate, which some might prefer. Also, because it has air suspension, you can raise and lower the cargo area to make it easier to load things in and out.
Overall cargo capacity at 53 cubic feet, and space behind the second row at 32 cubic feet is smaller than both the X5 and the GLE.
All right, we're going to touch on this shiny hard plastic.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
Did I miss something? No ventilated front and rear seats at this price point? You're right, the base model does not come standard with ventilated front seats or ventilated rear seats.
They'll sell it to you.
Yep.
It's just optional.
You can add it as an a la carte item
you
if
can
you
add
want.
all kinds of things.
Or you could go up one from the base model, and that's where it's included. Is that piano black, or is it just my imagination? Why do car manufacturers keep using piano black finishes?
I think because it photographs really well and it looks good when it's clean. So I'm okay with it on the door cards here.
Steering wheel?
A little bit on the steering wheel. That's got the haptic feedback.
Yeah.
But this here, you know what I'd love for a manufacturer to do? I get to see it. Instead of having the shiny hard plastic, continue this vinyl or leather. That would look super premium.
Do you know who does something like that? Acura RDX has that in the interior. Yeah, and it does look really good, and it holds up really well.
Oh, before we go on, people are saying we don't actually have coffee in here. Okay, I just want to show you.
I do too.
Let the camera, look at that. See the stain? It's already spilled a little bit, and on my jeans.
Yeah,
so yeah, there's. Wait, I'll do you one better.
We're really drinking coffee.
See,
here.
people say, oh, you don't drink coffee.
Oh, there we go.
You don't drink coffee. It's like the cups are empty. That is nonsense. That is. Oh, wait a second. We're gonna do it British style. Ready? Because we're gonna put your cough.
Okay.
That's rubbish. Complete rubbish. I think if we were English, we'd be drinking tea. But anyway.
We drink coffee. It's no lie here. This is really happening in questions, coffee, and cars. As a 2021 Range Rover Sport TDI owner, I love the new design, but I really want the fun and fuel economy of driving a diesel. Knowing that your luxury SUV will give 1,000 kilometers to a tank of diesel on highway feels great. Does it ever?
You feel good in your tummy when you do those long distance drives. We have a diesel Cayenne, same thing, about 1,000 kilometers on a highway run. That's a great engine too. The TD6 that they used to have in this, and the full size Range Range Rover, and I think it was in the Defender too. What a great engine. That was the quietest diesel I've ever driven, was that TD6. Now it's gone.
You know, all of them were great, whether you went with the Volkswagen Group, which we know what happened there.
That's what we have.
Yeah, that's what we
Ours
have.
is actually an Audi.
Mercedes-Benz, we had friends who owned a diesel. They loved it. I mean, there's just such a huge selection. It's a shame it's gone.
Okay, quickly before we move on to our hot topic, which is worth waiting for. So if you're wanting to produce less CO2, actually diesels do a good job at that, because CO2 is directly related to fuel economy, and they do get great fuel economy.
Yeah.
What they're not good at is the low-level particulate pollution. Now they scrub a lot of it out, but it's not as clean as a gas, or certainly not as a hybrid. That's why they do it.
And the V8 that Range Rover is offering on the SV trim is coming up.
BMW.
Yeah, it's a BMW engine, and it has 15% lower CO2 emissions than the previous 5-liter V8.
But not as good as
not
that diesel.
As good, no.
And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
This has always been a favorite of mine. The elegance, luxury, and at the same time is rugged and capable. Has reliability improved at all?
Every Land Rover we get, this is our hot topic. This is the one question everybody wants to know about.
Yeah.
What's the reliability like? Well, this is an all-new product. It's only been out now for weeks, so we'll have to wait and see. But Land Rover as a brand is... Wait, I'm not done. At the bottom.
I mean, it really is unfortunate. It's so good. It
Yeah.
handles incredibly well. I'm
It's
sad.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
I know. I'm sad to say these stats in the recent JD Power dependability study for 2023, Land Rover is at the very bottom, last on the list.
And it has
it's a
been,
shame.
and it has been for years. But the people that own these and the people that buy these absolutely love them. And I get it. And the people that buy these or lease these are probably, many of them, flipping it out after a 3-year lease and just getting the next one. And it's still under warranty, and they have another car to drive if it has to go in. And we know many families that are basically habitually getting these all the time.
Yeah, they love everything about it, and they keep coming back for more. And I think the key is that if you have the budget for this, you obviously have the money, and it is probably true that you have other vehicles that you can drive if this one is having a few issues.
So can this tow? Oh yeah, it can tow, and more in our vital stats.
Let's start with pricing. The Beast Dynamic SE model starts at just under $109,000 in Canada, and in the US, the Dynamic SE is just over $90,500.
Here's the fuel economy for this base 6-cylinder engine. 13.1 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 9.1 on the highway. That's 19 miles per gallon city, 25 miles per gallon highway. This Sport can tow an impressive 7,700 pounds. If you get the SV model, it's 8,200 pounds. The warranty is 4 years, 80,000 kilometers, or 50,000 miles. So Andrea, you like luxury.
I sure do.
And you want a 5-passenger luxury SUV? What else can you buy?
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
First is the BMW X5 with a turbocharged 3-liter inline-6 and a 48-volt hybrid system. It has 375 horsepower and a starting price of $86,000.
The Mercedes-Benz GLE 450 with a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo with a mild hybrid. It has 375 horsepower. Pricing is not listed on the website for the 2024 model yet.
The Porsche Cayenne with a 3-liter V6 turbo, 348 horsepower, and a starting price just under $90,000.
And we threw an oddball in here, the new Lexus GX with a twin turbocharged 3.4-liter V6, 349 horsepower. Pricing has not yet been confirmed.
So there are 4 luxury SUVs for you to consider.
Lightning round. 2 things we like to see improved.
Love the way this looks.
I really like the way it drives.
I'd really like to see better reliability, so when we review these models, we can say, you got it. They are reliable.
Exactly what Andrea said. That's the other one, the reliability.
This is one sweet ride. If it's in your budget, you've got a great vehicle.
Now I get it. I understand why people love these so much. This video is brought to you by Car Cost Canada. Get the dealer's cost, list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code MOTORMOUTH to become an expert member and get extra searches. The link is in the description below.